Iquitos is a Peruvian port city and gateway to the Amazon forest and tribal villages of the northern Amazon. I'm spending days observing people living in rustic stilt houses lining the entire river. One of my favorite movies was shot in this area, and the film crew lived in a house in Iquitos. But I'm in this part of the world for quite another reason. I came to spend a few weeks with Don Juan Tangoa, a healer, curandero, who conducts ayahuasca ceremonies and helps people overcome their physical or spiritual ailments. Mine is insomnia, caused by recurring strange dreams that wake me up at night and keep me awake. Don Juan Tangoa's family, his wife and daughter, offer me their hospitality and kindness. Before partaking in ayahuasca ceremonies, I need to purify my body with a special diet, boiled potatoes and a special kind of fish. So, with Don Juan's neighbor, I go to catch my fish, the one who agrees to be my food and my medicine. After a week or so, Don Juan says I'm ready to partake of Mother Purga, which he calls the brew that heals. Like with the fish, Don Juan wants me to prepare my ayahuasca brew. So I do it. Ayahuasca, also known as the tea, the vine, and la purga, is a brew made from the leaves of the Psychotria viridis shrub, also known as chacruna, and the stalks of Banisteriopsis caapi vine. This drink was used for spiritual and religious purposes by ancient Amazonian tribes and is still considered sacred by some religious communities in Brazil and North America. Don Juan's keening cat decides to seek refuge in my room. I take it as her support for my efforts to learn from Mother Purga. Then, one morning, the cat and I welcomed her new kittens. I have another friend here who stays with me during every ceremony. Shortly before my arrival, a three-legged dog appeared in Don Juan's backyard. Now he's by my side all the time. Don Juan says I must have landed on Earth from some animal paradise. I wish it were true, I say. Days between ceremonies, I spent time in Don Juan's garden, scribbling notes not to forget the visions I had, which Mother Purga granted. After the fourth ceremony, I get an answer from Mother Purga. It's about the fact that the past does not exist, and neither does the future. Life takes place in the eternal now, and in that now, all the memories we cling to, those that hurt or give happiness, are like sea foam. When you take a closer look, they're gone. I've been sleeping like a baby for the past few weeks. I hope it will continue like that. Now I'm ready to leave Iquitos and Don Juan Tangoa. Still drawn by the mighty Amazon River, I decide to visit tribes that live in a forest on the riverbank a few hours by boat from Iquitos. After a few days with these gentle people, I continued my journey and left for northwestern Peru. The second oldest Spanish city in Peru, Trujillo, was founded in 1534 by Diego Almagro. The following year, the conquistador Francisco Pizarro elevated it to city status and named it after his birthplace in Spain. The ruins of Chan Chan, the capital of the pre-Inca Chimu Empire, are situated 6 kilometers west of here. They are the reason why I came to this place. Now a ruined and abandoned city, Chan Chan was the capital of the Chimu Kingdom and the largest city in pre-Columbian America. It's on the northern coast of Peru, in the Moche Valley, between the Pacific Ocean and Trujillo. Ruled from Chan Chan, the Chimu Kingdom was the chief state of Peru for 2 centuries. In the 15th century, they came under Inca rule, persuaded that Inca arms were invincible. Cusco is a city in southeastern Peru, near the sacred valley of the Andes mountain range and the Huatenay River. The city was the capital of the Inca Empire until the 16th century Spanish conquest. I spent afternoons at Plaza de Armas, the central square in the old town. I sip tea on a carved wooden balcony and watch people walk near the Incan wall ruins. During the day, I visit places near Cusco. Sacsayhuaman, fortress of the royal falcon or hawk, the historical capital of the Inca Empire, is on the northern outskirts of Cusco. The Incas built the complex in the 15th century. On the site, dry stone walls made of huge stones were built, with the workers carefully cutting the boulders to fit them together tightly, without mortar. High in the Andes mountain, above the Urubamba River Valley, is Machu Picchu. Built in the 15th century and later abandoned, it's renowned for its sophisticated dry stone walls that also fuse huge blocks without mortar. Intriguing buildings that play on astronomical alignments and panoramic views. Its exact former use remains a mystery. Near the city Puno, in the south of Peru, is Lake Titicaca, the largest high-altitude lake in the world. I want to spend some time with indigenous people who live on Uros Islands on the western side of Titicaca Lake. These people are believed to be direct descendants of the mysterious millennial culture called Pucara, whose language was Puquina. They inhabited the part of the southern altiplane shared by Peru and Bolivia. They were the first inhabitants of Lake Titicaca, even being ancestors of the Tiwanaku culture that flourished 14 centuries before Christ. However, they were forced to build their floating islands and houses in the middle of Titicaca Lake when the Inca Empire expanded their lands and threatened them. The Uras people didn't want to fight, so they fled to the lake and lived peacefully. They still live on about 70 craft floating islands made of aquatic reeds called totora, which are isolated from the world and floating in the waters of Lake Titicaca. While staying on one of these islands, a strange bird became my close friend. She often came to my room and insisted on sharing my bed. I refused, but was soon punished for that. However, our friendship didn't stop. Before leaving Lake Titicaca, I visited a small island, Taquil. About 2,200 people live on this island. Taquileños are known for their fine hand-woven textiles and clothing, regarded as among the highest quality handicrafts in Peru. Knitting is exclusively performed by males, beginning in early boyhood. Women spin wool and use vegetables and minerals to dye the community's wool. Women are also the weavers of the chumpis, the wide belts with woven designs worn by everyone in the community of Taquil. My travels through Peru ended where I started, in Lima. Soon after my return to Lima, heavy rain descended on the city. On the way to the airport, I took in the sights in the fog and felt grateful to have seen the many wonders of Peru. I hope to come back here at least one more time in this lifetime.